Bobby Hamilton has impressed us all with his strategy, stuck to his game plan, and now here he is getting ready to battle for the win at Daytona.
Got a side-by-side battle for the lead. Whoa, whoa!
Problems early on. Chad Chaffin gets spun around and upside down. Chaffin back onto his wheels, and we were on board with Dennis Setzer.
Dennis made some contact. Looks like he was trying to bump draft him, and he got Chad turned around. There's Terry Cook after such a great effort. He was involved in that action a little bit. Another wild ride for Chad Chaffin, though, much like Rick Crawford's earlier today.
Look who's leading.
Jimmy Spencer comes by, takes the lead at the start-finish line.
Now, he came across the start-finish line. We're not sure if he was scored when that caution came out as the leader. We'll find out. NASCAR will put them in order.
Yeah, there are 18 loops around this racetrack. When the caution comes out, you're frozen right there. NASCAR goes back and looks at where you were on the at the loops. Look at Chad. He's got less damage than Rick Crawford had when he turned over.
How far did he turn over?
When he went out of view, he was way up in the air.
And it was pointed towards the ground.
See, he's got a left front tire rub right there.
It looks like the left on TV. Get the guidance on the left sides first, guys. Just left and get the clearance on the left front tire.
Let's
see what happened. Looks like bump drafting might be. Yeah, Dennis gave him a little shot. Wow.
Wow, completely over. Here goes Terry. Boy, Terry had a wild ride through the grass. He was fortunate that his truck stayed down. You see the roof flap just deploy.
Let's take another look at that one.
Bam, Dennis right there. Give him a little shot in the back and turn Chad's truck around and over, by the way.
Wow, what a view that was.
And hit on the left front wheel, so I'm sure some suspension damage to that. Ray?
Well, guys, they believe that the 30 truck can stay on the lead lap here. They've got the right side tires on, going to the left side here, checking the thing over to make sure everything's okay. They're listening to the spotter. He's got his eye on where the field is coming around, and they think they're going to be able to stay on the lead lap.
They're going to check underneath on the left side. The official was pointing to the left front tire or wheel, making sure that the suspension was okay.
Yeah, I would say, man, that they have to have something torn apart underneath there where they feel.
Somebody pour some oil in the tank. Get a couple quarts of oil in it. We might only lose one lap here.
Let's see if we can take another look at this crash. You see he's got a busted oil line. They're talking about bypassing oil. Here they are coming off turn number 2. See, Dennis is going to get in the back of Chad. You see Chad, it pushes him a little bit sideways. Then Dennis actually turns him around after Chad comes back to the bottom of the racetrack, and way up in the air he goes.
Here comes Terry Cook joining him for a slide through the grass.
Looks like Robert Huffman might have gotten the back of Terry Cook. I see some damage to the front of that truck.
Oh, and it was a pileup behind him.
Yeah, once that bump drafting started going crazy, then they just bunched up from behind. Rudiman had nowhere to go, bumped into the 46. Just a good idea gone bad when the bump drafting that they were doing on the back straightaway knocked the 30 truck sideways.
We ride along with Dennis Spencer.
Bam, just hit him and got it wiggling. Now I bet you Dennis has hit somebody like that all night long and the truck never moved. You know, you don't know which way Chad had his wheels pointed, and Dennis must have hit him right at the wrong time. Dennis would never do something like that unless he had it calculated out, and for some reason it went wrong.
It looked like he hit him pretty square, but you know, these trucks are pretty light in the rear end right now. A lot of these trucks are complaining about being loose, but just slow motion here. You see, he looks like he hits him pretty square, but it looks like his bumper rides up underneath the back bumper of Chad Chaffin, and that may be why it turned him around. It might have picked the rear wheels off the ground, Michael. And then all 4 wheels were off the ground.
Yeah, it definitely eventually picked him off, didn't it?
He hit that left front very hard, so they're still checking on the suspension of that one. Ray?
Well, Rick, it's been a wild night for Jimmy Spencer and Buddy Red Dog Barnes. Now, listen, here's what happened so far. You tried to leave the pit, you bent a wheel, then you got called for coming down pit road too fast, and then a red line or yellow line violation. Other than that, guess what? You're the leader.
Yeah, we are leading, and you forgot we didn't have the helmet in the truck. We had a little problem last night during qualifying with the throttle linkage. I got in the truck myself today. I missed the driver's meeting, fixed the thing, and still got a couple of laps to go here. Jimmy's done a good job. We had a game plan to try to stay out of trouble. We tested awful hard on this truck over the winter to get it where it was right when it was time, and right now it's time.
I'll tell you what, it has been a wild night here for the Snap-on guys. All these different things happening, but they're up front when it matters.
The first time Speed Channel broadcast the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series was 2 years ago, in an amazing finish that took place in 2003.
It's all in his spotters and Rick Crawford's hands.
There I am, still leading the race. Daytona 250 with a green-white checker finish.
It's no more chess, it's no more mind games, it's a shootout.
I had no idea who was running third to 36.
Presley dodging to the high side. Crawford goes down low. He tries to make a pass as they're coming to the line. It's Rick Crawford making the pass, and Crawford wins the Daytona 250.
Wayne Alton said, "Did you realize what kind of finish this was?" I had no idea. I knew I'd won the race. I think I beat Robert Presley by about that far. He said, "Nope, you beat Travis Quapple by about that far." Travis, where was he at? Man, what a finish. It'll always stick.
Fantastic finishes at Daytona, and we expect nothing less tonight. We're under caution because of a wild ride that Chad Chaffin had. Take a look at the number 30.
Just a couple of laps from having a shot at winning at Daytona, and then wound up flipping over, flipping out. Took Setzer with him. Terry Cook damaged as well.
Yeah, Robert Presley also took a ride like that a number of years ago in a Daytona 500. We've had a few trucks get upside down on the backstretch. You remember any of those, Michael?
Here we go.
Green flag flying.